and Cat Rod back again, reaction time, and we are getting something quite new by the great and wonderful Joseph Holloway. We are getting our 2022 Halloween special, and ooh, spooky, we got the devil. So all I know is maybe, judging from the thumbnail, the devil is visiting us in a hospital, or maybe we're near a near-death experience, but who knows. I'm looking forward to this because Joseph Holloway always creates these amazing characters. He does really wonderful voice acting, and all in all, just quite awesome. So let's get started. I cannot wait any longer. Here we go. A little loud. And here we are. Okay.
Oh. Hello.
Hi.
Forgive me, I wasn't expecting any more company tonight.
Aw.
Forgive me. Just woke up.
You want some coffee?
Yes, you'll have to forgive my lack of attire. I'm just in a dressing gown, you see. I find it a lot more comfortable.
You do
But
you.
the majority of this scenario is something that you've conjured up in your own consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes. That is all you are now, my
Huh?
friend. Sorry.
Okay.
Lucifer.
Lucifer?
And what might your name be? Oh, pleasure to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Tea? I'm having one.
Got
You want
soda?
what? You aren't accepting any deals from me? Believe me, if I wanted to make a deal with you, that's what I would have led in with. But as it stands, unfortunately, my friend, you have absolutely nothing of interest to me.
Oh, that's quite sad.
You are nothing. No. Quite literally, in fact, because you are dead.
Do it. We're dead.
Yes. Dead. I am sorry. Well, that's the thing, you see. Because usually when a human soul dies, their soul, their essence, their consciousness enters a higher form of existence in a different plane.
Okay.
Usually it's heaven or hell, in my case. But exceptionally few come to me directly.
Very interesting. And what makes us special?
Well, that's just the question, isn't it? Sure you don't want a tea?
I want
You
soda.
aren't taking anything from me. Look, I'm not trying to trick you or anything. I'm just offering tea because I want one. It's not like boiled blood or sheep's intestines or the blood of the innocent or
All the people that
anything
say
that
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 stuff.
those die-hard Catholic priests would have you believe. No. You're expecting someone different. I'm sure you were. When Christianity first arrived on the scene, a couple of 100 years after Christ was crucified, there were still many pagan religions, particularly around Greece and Rome. There were still a lot of people who worshipped the god Pan and Poseidon or Neptune. So the Catholic Church, in its infancy, decided to condemn all of these other pagan religions as works of me, the devil. So they got Pan's legs, Neptune's trident, and some other dark mythology from the Orient, and just slap them all together, and that is usually the image that comes to mind when you think Satan or Lucifer.
The big red guy,
But yes,
as most people
that
know.
is the long and the short of it. And it turns out the propaganda was so effective that pop cultural references are being spewed even in this modern age we live in. There we go. Kettle's boiled. Last chance. You want tea?
Nah.
As I said, it's not blood of the innocent or anything quite so vulgar. It's Earl Grey.
Okay. Not a bad tea.
That's better. Now, that brings us on to the subject of your good self. Now, as I said, usually when human souls die, that is their corporeal form, their mortal form. When their mortal form dies, their essence, their consciousness, ascends to either heaven or to a place called hell. Now, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the
earth and so on and so on.
The sun. He created all of it, including me. I was actually one of his first creations as well. And as I said, that is usually where souls go. Souls who live good, virtuous lives and help others and, well, try and pursue happiness in their life are rewarded in eternity. Actually, if you listen very carefully, can you hear it? Heaven.
Interesting.
What is hell? Well, hell is not actually a physical place like heaven is. You see, when I rebelled against my father, I was cast into the abyss by my brother Michael. Now, this abyss
poor Michael.
was, oh dear, how to describe this? Think of this abyss as the wood shavings that have fallen to the floor from God's crafting table.
Huh?
When God carved the heavens and the earth, all of that sawdust fell onto the floor.
Okay.
And, well, there it stayed. Essence of creation itself. Right? Are you picturing the sawdust on the floor? Right. That is where I was cast. I was cast off of the crafting table.
Okay.
I was
That's
cast
a really
into a place.
That's like a really nice analogy to picture how hell was actually created. A lot of people assumed that the devil created hell, but I like this idea of God unintentionally created this kind of underworld and a place where Lucifer was banished to. Interesting take.
That, well, God did not exist. So, me being, not to toot my own horn, rather powerful, if I may say, without being prosecuted, I created the ether. Or as some of you humans like to call it hell. I like to call it the ether because hell conjures up visions of a fiery inferno or a freezing cold lake of traitors and me sat in the middle doing vulgar things, whatever.
Very vulgar things, maybe?
It's actually a little bit more simplistic than that. The ether are fragments of creation, an entirely new plane of existence that I created specifically for consciousness to exist. But you see, laws of physics do not apply anymore to you. The idea of time, the idea of space, the idea of any sort of gravity or form doesn't exist here. This, by the time our conversation ends, a microsecond might have passed, or all of eternity. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Time does not exist here.
Okay.
Space, as I said, does not exist. Nothing you know exists. And what
So
many
our own
humans
reality
I've,
doesn't exist, I
tend
guess.
to notice do when they arrive in hell is they tend to live in their own consciousness, their own idea of what hell is.
Okay.
So that makes you
Interesting,
quite a
very
special
interesting.
case because you've come to me directly. You haven't absorbed yourself into your own consciousness of your own hell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. This has only happened maybe half a dozen times in the thousands of years that I've been down here.
Oh, it's a really rare occurrence. Aren't we
Follow
special?
me. Sure you don't want that tea? I mean, there's no problem. I can just take it with us. I've got a little decanter here that we can take. Look, I'm doing my best to accommodate what you might be used to. I could just click my fingers and tea would appear, but somehow I think that would be a vulgar display of power to a mortal like you.
Aww.
Well,
Isn't
of
this
course
sweet?
you're not a mortal anymore. You are an immortal now. You're a human soul. You are essentially immortal. They don't exaggerate when they say your soul is immortal. Because, as I say, time does not exist. A soul cannot die of old age. Follow me. You see this poor soul? Arrived just before you did. But unlike you, he didn't come to me directly. He simply does what most evil souls do
Oh.
when they come down here. They envelop their own consciousness and live an eternity in their own hell. Only God knows what he's seeing in there.
Okay, so
Yes,
we're
this
creating
is what
our
a
own hell
human
and
soul looks
the
like.
afterlife.
Not at all what you expected, was it? Souls are a reflection of what they do in mortal life.
Okay.
It used to be different when those Adam and Eve, when those two souls entered the Garden of Eden for the first time, were created and thrown into the Garden of Eden. We did things a slightly different way. Everything changed, though, after, well, me. And my
What changed?
rebellion. Why did I rebel? Oh dear.
The million-dollar
I was
question.
young, adventurous, pragmatic, I'd like to say, and also an idealist. And, you know, I didn't think that there was anything wrong with that. You know, God, after all, created me to be like that. And now I think I know why. I'll explain. I rebelled because I saw what humanity would become. God wanted me and my brothers to serve humanity, make them better. And I, of course, had no problem with this. I saw it as a creation of my Father, and I loved them just as much as he did. However, I saw a potential in this. If we were going to improve humanity, make humanity's life better, I simply wanted to improve the angelic life, my brothers' lives. God refused.
Okay.
He said that perfection had been attained for us. We were literal incarnations of perfection. There was nothing that we could possibly do that would be of any possible improvement. Picture that for a moment. I think humans have...
That is a very interesting backstory. Having the angels already made to be perfect, that's an interesting take to see. Like, oh, we could actually get more, but we're already perfect. So, that is really, really cool. Nice little detail.
Have convoluted the word perfect so often, but truly imagine what you would be as perfect. Every part
Then again,
of you
what is perfection?
was true perfection. And that's what our Father tried to have us believe. That we were literal incarnations of perfection.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid I didn't believe it. The fact that he created the tree of the knowledge of good and evil was proof of this. So I saw an opportunity. Sin had to exist in order for humanity to be better. Well, if God had had his way, humanity would have been breeding, eating, drinking, and lounging and frolicking for all eternity in a garden, always. And while that could have been a pretty sweet existence for you humans, it would have been a pretty boring existence for us angels trying to perfect something which, in God's own words, was already perfect.
I actually really like that idea. Because in reality, having everything you wanted, having everything like ready, you don't have any worries or anything like that. That actually sounds like a really boring life. And to my own thoughts, that's a living hell. It's like, no, I don't want this. I don't want things to be easy. It's better to have things that are a bit hard, that things are a bit of a struggle. That way, once you overcome those struggles, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm actually stronger than I was before. And Lucifer gets it. I really like how Joseph is developing this character, and I hope I can't talk, but yeah, I want to see how this plays on. Here we go.
So, I created a snake. My first animal creation. I thought it was magnificent.
Snakes.
An animal with no legs.
And it had to be snakes.
Smooth and seductive. And I sent it into the Garden of Eden because angels cannot enter the Garden of Eden. Only humans can. Well, could. They can't now. No one can enter the Garden of Eden except God.
Oh, wow.
But angels at that time could not enter, so I sent in my own mortal creation, the snake. And, well, the rest, as they say, is history. I convinced Eve to convince Adam to be convinced to take a bite of the fruit.
Convince
And,
Eve,
well,
so
humanity
she
found
convinces
itself in
Adam.
the position it is now.
Okay.
With
Got
sin
it.
existing, humanity is now bettered. Despite all the suffering, violence, believe me, humanity is much better off. And I believe that God understood this.
Some of us.
There needs to be balance. Always, my friend. Always. Good, evil, hot, cold. If we don't understand fire and ice,
Opposites
we
of
can
each
never
other.
appreciate warm water. So, that is essentially what Earth is, warm water. Some hot, some cold.
Some like it hot,
Why
some
are
like
you
it cold.
here?
Yep.
Only you can answer that.
Ooh.
My friend.
Interesting.
Don't believe me? Well, let me put it this way. There is a reason within yourself that you are here. Otherwise you would have ascended to heaven. But you can't have done something so evil that you've chosen to recluse inside your own consciousness like these poor souls. So you can't have been truly evil. But I wonder, what sins have you committed to
Many.
lead you directly to me? Look into my eyes a moment, human. Look into my eyes.
No! I can't! Why? No! I'm getting flustered.
I see.
No! But, nice.
How very perverted, how very evil of you.
Shut up! It was one
Oh,
time I
yes,
looked at stuff.
that one thing you did. You know what it is, and now I know what it is.
Okay.
I think I may have found the reason why you are here, my friend.
Oh.
You bad, bad human. A secret I'm sure you wish to take with you to the grave. But you must feel very strongly about that memory, about that particular sin. Well, as I said, if you didn't, then you would have ascended. So, now you have something human that I want.
No, you can't have the soul. It's gone.
Care to make a deal?
Yep, there we go. Deal with the devil.
What do I want? I want to rule all three kingdoms of the afterlife. As I said, I only want the same perfection my father did. Only better. Better perfection.
Deep voice.
So that humanity and all the cosmos can see how wonderful I am. Truly beautiful. My creations and everything will be. And you, my friend, will help me attain the throne of my father.
Sure about that?
Follow me, and you will see. Oh, you say that now, human, but believe me, you will love what I'm going to offer you.
And that.
Tea.
Oh, nope. Yep. Aww. Happy Spooky Month. Looks like that was it. That was a very, very interesting take on the devil. A lot of people always assume, like, yes, he's just gonna reach out and try to make a deal with you right away, but he's actually quite charming. Joseph has made him quite nice and willing to tell us, like, hey, this is actually hell. This isn't exactly mind controlling, but this is something that I've gifted to humans, the ability to make different decisions on their own instead of just living in this kind of like quote unquote paradise where they just basically know nothing. It's better actually to look at something that doesn't really shoot, I can't talk. That doesn't really benefit us, but it actually harms us in a way, which, like I said earlier, it makes us a little bit stronger. And judging from this series, Lucifer is gonna try to do this in a more large scale, and hopefully it might work, might not. Who knows? Because this little Halloween special might be a one-off, or if people really do like it, it might be turned on to a full-on series. And I would actually love for it to continue on. That way we can see just what kind of person or demon or devil or I don't know what Lucifer is, to be honest. Fallen angel, whatever he is, whatever he identifies with. I really do want to see more of his backstory and what kind of person he could develop into. So that is it. So if anyone wants to, Joseph Holloway does have a Patreon. Link is down below. If you are able to, please do. This guy is really wonderful. He does a lot of series. He's done many different voices, and this guy's really just awesome. So if you can, if you could, please just donate what you can, and that's it. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.